Hi, I'm Lin.
And I'm Leo. Welcome to Yoga with Lin and Leo. Today you're going to need a yoga brick for the pose we're going to do.
Yes, and we're going to be practicing Parsvakonasana. So standing in the centre of your mat, Leo is going to be practicing the pose. So jump the legs wide apart and just be at this stage. We're so quick to move the legs into the Parsvakonasana position, but see that you just wait for a few moments in this position so that we can do some correction. So these thighs, if they're a little bit hard and solid, you need to work on them and extend those legs so that the thigh bones can move back, and this frontal skin and muscle fibre needs to move into the bone, and from that resistance these frontal hip flexors start to lift up. So for those of you who tuck your tailbone, see if you can get this action and lift through the centre of the body, so you get really a nice space through the ligaments which join the front and the lower body together. So extending those arms and turning your left foot in, your right foot out. Be in this position. Because we're taking the angle to the right side, it means to say this back leg has got to work really strongly. You have to see that you rotate the thigh from the inside out so that the knee is facing forward. So keep that action and make sure that as you're rolling this thigh out, you're freeing this left groin. The left groin is free to extend through the centre of the body. So keeping that action, keeping this rotation of the front thigh so much. So you have to see even more, even though the chest face forward, this has got to go even more. It's got to rotate and then bend in the front leg. Yeah. So coming to this action, now the thigh needs to be really nice and long, and this crease needs to deepen its action. Yes. So that you can elongate, so the weight's not in the knee. And then when you reach for the block, you've got to see that this armpit extends right the way towards the knee. You lengthen the side waist and you take your hand down. So you may need to turn that block if it's too high, or have it on the height. And just be there for the moment, put the hands on the hip, remembering these points. Rotate with that back thigh. See that you rotate also the front leg from the inside out. Get that long extension through the side waist, because this lower side waist is what becomes very short. Lengthen that action, and then see, can you stretch the arm up, right up. Make the space in the shoulder socket, and then you get that turn in action and come over. Remembering to keep that strength. Now to come up, you can stay in this for 30 seconds, but we're going to come up a bit sooner. I want you to lift these frontal pelvic rims, very important. So it draws that abdomen in, so it gives you some support to actually come up out of the pose. And turning the feet to face forward. We'll take the block to the other side. It's really important that you try to take yourself to a stage where you can maintain the pose. If you take the hand to the floor and the body starts to shorten, then you know you've lost the integrity of the action. So remember that. Turning your right foot in, the whole of your left foot and leg out. And again, remember this back leg. So all of this has got to rotate from the inside out. So this inner groin is open. You cultivate the pathway for that inner groin to work and extend and to lift that body. Keep that action. Bend your left leg now. So bend the leg. Don't go into that front knee, and see that you sharpen the action in these creases. Let those creases go down. And then see that you go back. So every action, if it's new to you, you're going to find you're going to lose one action when you make another action. Keep on going back until the message is heard in your body. Extend, extend, and lengthen. So remember, this side waist becomes very short. So put your hand onto your hip and lengthen, 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 lengthen through the side waist to the armpit. So remember what I was saying about freeing this area when you're preparing to come into the pose. This area gets very squashed on this side, on this left side. Make sure you free to get that length all the way through the centre of the body. And then to come up, remember that action that I was saying about the pelvic rims. Lift them as if you're going to stand in Tadasana, and then come up using that core stability and strength. Turning the feet to face forward, and then jump those legs together and stand and settle. So be in Tadasana, feet together. Take the weight back into the thighs. Resist with your thighs and lift those frontal pelvic rims. Resist with your thighs and lift those pelvic rims. Broaden and open the chest and synchronize the breath as you are opening the upper area of the body. Keep those collarbones really nice and broad. Take a few deeper inhalations. Soften the facial features. And then just release.
So, thank you for joining us today for Parsvakonasana. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.